What if I told you there's one nation that has systematically cultivated a digital force so vast, so integrated, and so deeply ingrained that it's fundamentally changing the landscape of global security? A force capable of slipping into your power grid, your water supply, even your car without you ever knowing it. This isn't a spy thriller, this is the alarming truth of China's ghost army of hackers. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why their unseen operations could be far closer to home than you ever imagined. Let me quickly remind you those thrilling hacking competitions, places like Pon2On, where the brightest minds gather to expose vulnerabilities in the real world tech, from Teslas to smart devices. They were about identifying flaws to fix them before someone malicious could exploit them on the black market. There was a time, not long ago, when Chinese team absolutely dominated these stages, showcasing incredible research skills. But then in 2018, something shifted. The Chinese government stepped in, restricting their teams from competing internationally. At first glance, you might think, well, maybe they just wanted to focus internally, but according to cybersecurity experts, this was actually a part of much broader, decade-long strategy. It marked the end of an era of public display and the beginning of a far more secret, far more formidable expansion. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? If you had a secret weapon, would you show it off at a global talent show or would you keep it hidden? The real turning point came around 2013 when Xi Jinping rose to power. Influenced by events like Edward Snowden leak and the Arab Spring, Beijing made a strategic decision they needed to control the information environment. And that meant investing heavily in the cyber talent and program. From 2015 to 2017, they overhauled university cybersecurity degrees. By 2018, government ministries were actively promoting domestic hacking competitions. The most famous, the Tianfu Cup, wasn't just for glory. Unlike its international counterparts, vulnerabilities found at Tianfu Cup were fed directly into the Chinese intelligence community. Imagine finding a cool vulnerability in an iPhone only for it to be sent immediately to the police, who potentially used to spy on population like the Uyghur in Xinjiang. That's precisely what happened in 2021. And then in the same year, they rolled out a policy that truly has no global match: the regulation on the management of software vulnerabilities. This requires any business doing businesses in China to provide software vulnerabilities to the government within 48 hours of discovery. Think about that. Almost immediate access to newly discovered flaws in the very software the world relies on. While other nations, including the US, collect vulnerabilities, no other country legally obliges company to disclose them. This gives China an unprecedented advantage. According to the Atlantic Council report, China has hosted over 129 hacking competitions since 2004, with most emerging after Xi Jinping took power. The largest, the state-sponsored Guangdong Cup, boasted a staggering 35,000 participants. This isn't just about talent, it's about identifying and sucking up that talent directly into the intelligence agencies and clever corporations. Last year, the world got an unprecedented look behind this wheel. The data leak from a Chinese cybersecurity firm called iSoon, a leak industry experts believe it's authentic, confirmed what many suspected. Document posted online suggested the Chinese government is actively contracting smaller private firms to hack on its behalf. So it's not just the military, it's not just the intelligence. The iSoon leak revealed something even more pervasive. The iSoon document shockingly revealed that this hacking extended beyond national or provincial law enforcement. It reached down to city-level branches. Picture this: the equivalent of your local police department, say in Pittsburgh or Cincinnati, contracting out services to a bunch of hackers. This showed a clear through line from those state-sponsored hacking contests. The vulnerabilities discovered are funneled directly to these firms, which then hack on behalf of Chinese government. It's no surprise that tensions between US and China have escalated into widespread cyber espionage and disruption campaigns. Targets have included phone companies and state agencies in India, Malaysia, Taiwan, the British government, and even US critical infrastructure. Microsoft identified one group, Volt Typhoon, allegedly tied to breaches of the US Treasury and major telecom networks like Verizon and AT&T, compromising call data of countless US citizens. Meanwhile, the FBI has warned out Volt Typhoon, infiltrating critical infrastructure using a technique called living off the land. This means they are not doing anything out of the ordinary. They embed themselves within the environment, which makes them incredibly hard to detect. Imagine a simulated scenario: an intruder adjusts the water flow or takes control of the electricity grid. If the power goes out, your oil refinery can't make more oil, creating a domino effect, and the hospitals reliant on the generators could be in a trouble within a day. While the US had a booming information and communication technology sector for over 50 to 70 years, China has boomed for just 20. Yet, China distinguishes itself by the sheer scale of its operation. To put it starkly, the PRC has a bigger hacking program than every other major nation combined. Let that sink in. The reality of China's ghost army of hackers is a complex and evolving threat, built systematically over decades with alarming reach. From state-sponsored competitions funneling vulnerabilities to military and even local law enforcement to private contractors conducting attacks on critical infrastructures worldwide, their methods are as diverse as they are effective. Understanding this larger landscape is just the first step. The next is to protect yourself. If you want to dive deeper into the techniques hackers use and, more importantly, learn practical ways to protect yourself and your data from these threats, then check out our playlist right here. It's packed with actionable advice that could save you from becoming another silent victim. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit a like and subscribe for more deep dive. This will help us a lot. I will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay secure, and take care.